Alright, we all know there's this one guy. I don't know his name. Oh, Johnny Somali. I
Boy,
don't know what
howdy, do I have...
he goes places. Wait, let me drop a like. He goes places, right? And I don't know what he does. Like he just acts crazy. I don't remember
Amazing news for
specifically.
you today. If you haven't been keeping up with the sad, pathetic tale of Johnny Somali, let me fill you in on the lore. I made a couple videos on him. Pretty much everyone on the internet has shot spitballs at him. He is probably the biggest loser and like the biggest communal urinal that people take
I think he like trespasses and stuff. He just does like weird stuff in other countries.
peeing on. He's a nuisance streamer who travels around the world just getting his ass beat. He is literally like a piñata that gets delivered to different countries for the citizens to beat up and take some anger out on. Because he's a racist asshole who does his best to disrupt society and make everyone's lives around him miserable. So it's justified that people just beat his ass because he is just this miasma of cringe and just a general piece of shit.
Nah,
and
but
he's so
yo, moistcritical is a funny guy, bro. Penguin Zero is a funny guy.
proud of it too. This is his Boy Scout badge of honor. He openly gloats about it.
So what do you want to talk about? Swing or not? Like, nigga gonna come up to me, bro, why you being racist to other people in other countries? For money. For clout. I've said it many times. I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
I have no morals. I'm a fucking sociopath.
You're not a sociopath, you're a dweeb. You're an embarrassing
I like that's okay. Admitting it is the first step, you know. That's the first step to get help. But like, I would be. That's crazy. What the fuck?
weirdo. You're a tiny little rat that your community feeds some cheese to in order to enable you to keep entertaining them through getting your ass beat because you are a gluttonous knuckle sandwich magnet. I like that jelking Johnny tries to pretend that it's a little harder than it is, like, well, I'm just kind of a sociopath. You know, pumping out his chest.
No,
Yeah, I do
man.
it all for money and clout because I'm a sociopath. No, you are not. You are a nerd. You are a pitiful dork who
Yeah, he's literally just a weird kid. Like he's just a weird kid. There's nothing really else to say about it. He's just
probably
weird.
has third-degree burns up his butt crack because of all of the wedgies the rest of the world gives you every day. He's doing this in South Korea right now, or at least he was until he got arrested, where he's now facing up to 10 years in prison.
Nah, Korea's not gonna. Yo, bro, what? What was it? China? China barely let go of Leangelo Ball, bro. They not letting him go. They not letting him. He's not important to the world. They're not letting him go. Like Leangelo Ball was gonna go to the NBA, bro. They're not letting him go. He's not doing nothing with his life. They're not gonna let him go.
It happened
They're
in
not letting him
Japan
go, bro.
too, where ultimately he didn't get the book thrown at him. They kind of just slapped him on the wrist, gave him a little pat on the bottom, and then sent him on his way to get his ass beat in another country. But South Korea, things have been going a little bit differently for Johnny Somali because he is getting fucking spawn camped there. The South Koreans hate him. So anytime they see him, it's on sight. They are throwing hands, and it has been just such a joy to watch him just get fucking clocked every time he fires up a stream. He's like a Wobbuffet from Pokemon. He just keeps getting like slapped around but keeps coming back. But each time, unlike a Wobbuffet, he's taking more and more damage.
Bro.
So as his
Fucking
streams
balls. Bro. So you're telling me the citizens are watching when he sparks up? The citizens of Korea, they're watching when he's, and then they found him in real life. Then they just boom him. That's
progressed
crazy.
in South
That's
Korea.
crazy.
He's wearing more and more medical bandages because he has so many injuries. He's like Johnny from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Like, next time I see him on stream, I'll probably have like a fucking neck brace and like 2 casts on his arms. That's if he ever streams again, if he doesn't face the 10 years in prison. But before diving more into that, I'd like to just show you a highlight reel, a montage of my favorite moments of Johnny Somali just getting brutalized.
소만이 어디가?
Wait. Will I get struck for this though? I don't think I think I'm good. I think I'm
어디
good.
가냐고.
Is it like unprovoked?
어디가?
Is it really unprovoked? Like they just see him and boom?
어디가? What you mean? 어디가? 어디가? What is 어디가?
Yo, what?
Nah, what?
Unfortunately, I had to cut out the satisfying clobbering that Johnny Somali received here. However, I can show you the aftermath. First, credit where credit is due. The beatdown was administered by this guy right here, who went on to say that the reason he did it is because of how disrespectful Johnny Somali is to all of South Korean culture. He is being extremely racist throughout all of South Korea, and people hate him there for it. For good reason. It's very clear why so many people in South Korea have been beating his ass when you see what he's been doing there for the last, I don't even know how long he's been there. But Johnny...
So how long does he stay around? Because I feel like you probably go for a week, then leave, go somewhere else for a week. Like, I feel like that's how you would do it. But I guess like he's staying there maybe for like a month, 2 or 3 weeks probably. I don't know.
Been so bad there that he is being investigated by the government. He can't leave South Korea and will be facing potentially 10 years in prison with all of the new stuff that they have been looking into. Bro. This is the aftermath of Johnny Somali getting rocked, very unsteady on his feet, wobbling around, looking like he's ready to receive a Mortal Kombat fatality. Normally, I'm not one to celebrate a sucker punch, but in this case, that is probably the holiest, most justified sucker punch ever delivered. Like, that is just what the doctor ordered in this case. Johnny Somali is not a fighter, so anytime something happens...
I was looking the whole time. Is this like one of them grab machines? Like, what the hell? You live there, bro. Just, like, he could just take it out himself. That's funny.
Runs away like it's, you know, Tom and Jerry, and... Usually he doesn't get very far because he's also not athletic, so he still gets an ass beating, just more like across like a block as opposed to in one location. So I'll show you another one of those in a moment. But I do think there is a case where Johnny Somali might be trying to collect fists like Infinity Stones, like it's somehow going to make him stronger. Or maybe it's like that classic shit you see in anime where a character consumes poison in order to build up an immunity to it over time. Johnny's doing that with punches. He's trying to get punched so many times that he becomes immune to them in the future.
이 새끼 내병변 장애 있나 봐.
Oh, nah. Okay, wait. Because he obviously can't show it. Did he knee him? Or did he, like, Superman punch him? I don't know if he kneed him. Or if he, you know, like, did a little Superman. I don't know what he could have done right there. That's crazy.
Once again, I had to cut out the impact as well as the ensuing fight. Not with Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali, whenever he gets into a confrontation, he goes, like, fetal position. But this guy 1v3 Johnny and his friends. So after he stormed Johnny and gave him, like, a fucking flying kick, Johnny, of course, sprints away, and then he's not fast or anything, so he easily gets taken down further up the road. They throw him to the ground. He could.
If you're not fast or strong, why are you doing this? Like, obviously you shouldn't do it regardless, but like, it's like, so let's say if Isho Speed was to do it, right? You know, he could fight. He could fight back. He could run away. He could do both things. So. You know, I feel like it's not smart to do it if you can't, like, you're gonna get injured every time.
To get fed his desserts here. And then one of Johnny's friends also starts just getting manhandled by this guy. And it's just a beautiful 1v3 where Johnny and his friends just get blasted. It's so good. And one thing that's just a classic Johnny Somali move is he likes to pretend he is the victim when that happens, even though he is the instigator.
Actually?
So before this clip happened, it was Johnny threatening them. Like, people don't like Johnny, so they'll go, of course, like, tell him, get the fuck out, stop being racist and all of that.
Yeah.
And Johnny will usually just keep trying to elevate confrontation in order to, you know, stir the pot and hope that something like this happens. And then when it does, he's like, oh, this is ridiculous. I've got it all on camera. It's so pathetic.
Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck.
Korean niggas is weak as
I was waiting for him to swing on Johnny. I was waiting, bro.
Yo, why are they trolling like that though? Like, you go to other, cause if they do it here, you know, somebody gonna boom him. Somebody gonna up that. Somebody gonna upload. They gonna boom him like that. You know, that's the reason why he does it over there. Gotta be right. Gotta be the reason.
We're ready, Reddit, Twitter, come. Hank is here tonight. We're not scared.
Go to Johnny's family.
Oh, another beautiful one. You can see him, like, charging that
Let me
punch.
see.
Oh,
What?
Not scared.
Go to Johnny's family.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
Another
Nice.
beautiful one. You can see him
All the way
like
back.
charging that punch up coming. He's giving him that I oughta right before delivering the punch. And then his friend who was talking a big game about, I was waiting for them to swing, just sits there and goes, literally pogs out on him. It's so good. Also, like I said, Johnny and his friends did get 1v3'd. Not in this instance. This was a totally separate ass beating. There's just been so many. They did get 1v3'd. So the guy that was waiting for someone to swing did get someone to swing. Didn't go so well. It did not work out super well for him, I don't believe. Anyway, though, those are like the main clips of Johnny getting attacked, and they're just such a joy to watch. I don't know how that doesn't put a smile on your face, seeing an absolute insufferable douchebag, actually evil person getting beat up for it. Who doesn't love that? That's some happy stuff. Now let's talk about him potentially facing 10 years.
Yeah, now he gonna go to jail.
Now, what
Over.
kicked things off in a big way was Johnny doing his classic degeneracy, getting kicked off a subway, causing a scene in a convenience store, also just antagonizing people around him, not mentioned.
What? Yo. What the
But that's most of what his content is, and then sparked big outrage by kissing the Statue of Peace, which is a monument to victims of sexual slavery. He did more than that as well.
That's
Also, that doesn't really
crazy.
encompass what he was doing. It was beyond disrespectful what Johnny was doing throughout South Korea, and eventually that led to many South Koreans.
They hit you, bro. They put a hit on his head. That's crazy. They put a hit on his head. That's insane. That's actually insane.
To just take matters into their own hands. There was even a bounty put up on him for information so they could find him and keep beating his ass, which had me giggling really hard when I learned about that. They actually had like a 3 kill streak UAV online so they could keep tracking Johnny and keep giving him wet willies and beating him up. So then he eventually got investigated by South Korean parliament, and that restricted him from leaving the country because he's now facing charges of assault and narcotics use. Apparently South Korea is very strict when it comes to drug use, so possession or use of illegal drugs can result in a sentence of up to 10 years in jail or a $72,000 fine. Meanwhile, the assault can carry a maximum penalty of 2 years and a $3,000 fine. And this is just a little tidbit that Dexerto threw in at the end here. Should the case go to trial, this would be his second time in court in an Asian country. After his trial in Japan, Somali admitted to lying to the judge, claiming he wasn't making any money streaming and was filming documentaries. I can only hope...
I remember that. Yeah, he's done for, because he already admitted to lying, so he's going to need a lawyer now. Is he going to be able to pay for it? I don't know. And is any lawyer in Korea going to want to help him? Probably not.
South Korea will not be as lenient as Japan was with this absolute worm. He flexed, openly bragging about how he got let off easy in Japan and his lying. It's actually crazy. I hope South Korea plays some hardball with him here and doesn't give him an inch. He is going to keep doing this across the globe. He's not going to stop. Do the world a favor. Lock him the fuck up.
Get him out of here.
Jesus.
No, get bro out of here.
It's for his own safety, really. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, get him going, bro. Get him going, cause he's just a crash out. Like, he's literally the definition of a crash out, bro. He's weird. Get him going, man. It's over, bro. Get him going.